So this short video is going to focus on critical analysis and different ways of thinking when you're conducting your analysis. So you shouldn't really accept any research and work of others without evaluating its usefulness and credibility. And you need to clearly state whether you think that conclusions of others are acceptable or why they might have flaws or any other aspects that you should be looked at again. So you should mention why you hold the opinions you do. And you should give your opinions on a topic you are discussing. To do this, you just cannot report words or opinions of others. You need to show that you recognize the limitations of your own arguments and conclusions, and in doing this you should also write further about future research that is needed to add to the weight of a particular argument. When we look at descriptive writing as opposed to critical analysis, well, descriptive writing is the opposite of critical analysis, as it really describes the situation, evidence, or work of others, whereas critical analysis questions and evaluates the ideas and evidence you're discussing. Descriptive writing, this is required in the early stages to set the scene. The main paragraph should contain critical analysis, your own ideas, reports of what others have said, or of events, which is not critical writing. So when we look at descriptive writing, you're writing descriptively if, for example, you say you include too many sentences that report an author's ideas without giving your analysis of the ideas, such as Jones 2016 states that, and also that. You're only really stating, Jones 2016's, views on something. You need to include a lot more different quotes without providing your own commentary or analysis about the ideas presented. And so that is, what we look at in terms of, or describe as descriptive writing. Descriptive writing, if you're writing a list of events in chronological order, such as in 2001 XXX happened, and this was followed by 2003, and so on and so forth, this is descriptive writing, a chronological order of what's happened and when. So if you want to be more of a critical writer, you need to evaluate the ideas you've read. So while reading, you could make notes, make decisions about the usefulness and the quality of what you've just read, and include your ideas in your own assignment when you mention an author. You need to think about the positive and negative aspects of other people's work while you read and write these down when you take notes. You need to use your opinions as the basis of your assignment and give evidence which supports them with citations. Likewise, when writing, get into the habit of including your own opinions with everything you quote from another writer. For example, you could say, Smith 2007 states that, and also that this is significant because, or Smith 2007 works on S and is highly significant because. So here, even though you're using and quoting someone else's opinion on something, then you're actually giving your opinion in terms of what you think. And you need to remember that your citations are only as useful if they support your ideas and help you build your argument. So some useful phrases when writing critically, these can include, however, this theory does not fully explain why. Selection bias is another potential concern because. However, all the previous mentioned methods suffer from some serious drawbacks. Smith makes no attempt to differentiate between different types of, X or Y. In her pioneering investigation into X, Smith 2012 showed that. So here, even though you're citing a different author, you're also giving your opinion on a specific aspect of it. So you need to learn to write more critically from other people and academic articles and how authors introduce their own ideas and how they use the evidence from others to support their views. and also how to indicate the limitations of other authors' research. So if we look at some examples of critical analysis, you know, here it says there is conflicting evidence on the ability of students to accurately assess themselves. Liu Smith 2010 recently evaluated students' self-assessment ability with a sample of over 3,000 first-year students. The correlations indicated weak to moderate accuracy of self-assessment ability. Cassidy 2007 in its comparison of student estimated that tutor marks also concluded that there was poor level of self-assessment skill in the majority of students. However, Jewell 2010 has found that postgraduate business students had a high accuracy of self-assessing their research proposals. This therefore suggests that there is conflicting evidence as to whether students self-assess their skills. So here we can see that different authors have been used, and then at the end, the paper then gives the person writing this paper gives their own opinions in terms of what they're actually saying in terms of the different views from different authors. We look at this example here. There are many views on why Queen Elizabeth I did not marry. Richards 2006 presents a case predicated on the unsuitability of many suitors, although Shaw 2004 dismisses this thesis on the basis that Elizabeth, above all else, wanted to present herself as the virgin queen dedicated to England. Both of these explanations have been challenged by Jones 2008, who examined numerous documents depicting Elizabeth as a difficult person, unsuited to marriage. However, the veracity of this explanation is in question due to the biased sample of documents examined by. So here, where the wide range of different articles and different authors have been used, and it's giving the different opinions and assessing your opinion on what these people are saying. And the final example we're going to look at, example 3, research by the European Commission 2002 has also shown that the most important factor impeding SMEs of all sizes from going digital is the belief that e-commerce is not applicable to their type of product or services and a lack of perceived commercial benefit. On the other hand, recent research by Actinic 2015 shows that in their sample of UK SMEs, 72% believe their e-commerce is important in promoting their business and that increased sales remain the main justification for e-commerce adoption. However, it should be noted that early adopters may not have done so because they could obtain these benefits, and it does not follow that SMEs will benefit in the same ways. In addition to this assertion, may be due to the survey's focus on e-commerce rather than e-business. ICT skills gaps seem to be more important for small enterprises than for larger and medium ones. So we can see at the bottom paragraph here, even though the research and data is being used from Actinic to 2015 and the European Commission 2002, we can see that the author here gives his own opinions at the end based on the two previous information provided. So again, when you're carrying out your critical analysis, use the different authors and then provide your own opinions in terms of what's happening, and use some of the examples of how you can do this as stated previously.